Okay, we are live. Let's adjust this. So I'm going live because I just got all my shit set up. I just moved and I want to make sure I can be visible and have everything working to create some magic. So, hey! Hey friends. So I'm going live for a minute because I just got all my shit set up. I just moved and hey Steve! Oh my God, Steve, the fabric you sent me is amazing. Hey, Travis. So I'm just going live for a bit to make sure everything is situated and everything is visible because I finally just finished setting up my space and my new home and all those good things. So, hey, Ryan. Hey, Reptar. So I'm double fisting YouTube and Instagram, and I think the setup's working really good, except for maybe the videos might be weird since I'm looking up and down, but that's kind of the vibe because we're going as above, so below, and we love that. So yeah, if anyone wants to do some quick readings, I have a little bit of time before my next thing. I'm happy to do that, or I might just start rambling on some wild esoteric stuff. But yeah. Oh, right, Ryan, what would you like to know? Hey, New Angel Tarot. What's up? I have to visit Australia one day. All right, let's get things cooking. So if you're just joining, this is my first live from my new home, and I just got really excited because I got my desk set up. Everything came in. My lights are working. And, this never happens. It's running so smoothly. No, I shouldn't say that. All right, I invoke thee, Iao, that thou sin Heru, the great angel set upon the operations of the secret wisdom, to lay his invisible hands upon these consecrated cards of art, that thereby we maintain knowledge of hidden things, in your ineffable name. Amen. All right, we are cooking. Thank you, Esty. Hello from Singapore, and good morning. Oh, good morning, Hui. From Singapore, work. So yeah, I'm going to do a couple of readings, and maybe I'm going to rant about a couple of things that I've been thinking about. Actually, I want to kind of take a collective question. Has anyone that is currently watching read this book? If you have, just say yeah. If not, that's okay. I'm just curious. Hey, Em. Hey, Justin. Oh, London, nice. Isn't that where dubstep came from? I want to go to London so bad. Howdy from Texas. Hey, Shiny Ziggs. I swear, this book is like one of those books where you read. It's kind of like the Book of Thoth. You read it, and then if you're not ready to receive something, it's not there. And then you come back and read it again, and I swear there are new words in it, and you're like, wait, what? It's wild. But I'm just going to give it while we're like warming up. I'm just going to jump in a wormhole and give you a fun fan theory of this book. My fan theory of this book is that this is Sefer Yetzirah. This is like Kabbalah and deep stuff. And I believe that the architect of the Matrix, because y'all know if I'm kind of on this Matrix kick right now, especially with that fourth movie, which was freaking amazing. I don't care what anyone says, that fourth movie was so good. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I feel like the architect in the Matrix, like this was his manual to build the Matrix, like this right here, like from nothingness to everything. I don't know, maybe not, but that would be cool, right? It's a very fine lines. Pathology, spirituality, I don't know. Would it be better to read the Book of Thoth first before getting this book? Oh, okay. Wait, that's a great question. So they're kind of really different, but they're related. So the Book of Thoth is Aleister Crowley's kind of master work on tarot, which includes a lot of Kabbalah, but he's working with Hermetic Kabbalah, and he's specifically working in the Crowley version of Hermetic Kabbalah, whereas this is like the Hebrew Kabbalah OG stuff. And I'm not even a dilettante with this stuff. Like I research it and I find it super fascinating. But they're kind of like very different strands, but they're related. I think you could read both. But I wouldn't, if you haven't read either of them, I would start with one. That and math. Never seen you live before. Pleasure to see you. Oh, you too, Reptar. Yeah, I don't do lives too much, but I'm kind of getting more into that. Hey, Freighter HGRM, I love your aesthetic. So yeah, I would start with Book of Thoth, and actually even before that, I would start with understanding Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot by Lon-Milo Duquette, because it's much more digestible. I can't digest the words. It's funny, and also Lon-Milo Duquette is just awesome. I actually met him once; it was amazing. But yeah, so yeah, but I'm kind of like working through this book again and tagging different things and like connecting things, because I'm teaching my course soon, which starts February 2nd, where we go into the Kabbalah and Tarot and astrology, and it's going to be really deep. And I'm kind of like freshening up with Sefer Yetzirah, because y'all know I love the source code. I always try to get to the source of all things. And I feel like this book for Kabbalistic, it's not tarot related, but I think it has influenced tarot quite a lot. I think it's the short there's different versions of the Sefer Yetzirah. In this one, there's like these annotations that tell you the differences in the different versions. And I think that the Golden Dawn was using the short version for the attributions. Reptar is my cat. Oh my God, you're Weston. Reptar. This is like the perpetual online virtual problem. Like, it's really, really dark when I meet somebody in person and I call them by like their Instagram name or their screen name or whatever. It's sorry about that. Hi, Weston. Hey, Ordine. Yeah, it's like I'm so bad with names, but like virtual names, I'm even worse, you know? But yeah, if anyone wants a quick read, I'm definitely down. I have a little bit of time before my next thing. I just recently moved. I was very much in an in-between for a couple weeks, which was awesome because all the magic happens in the in-betweens, as we all know. You know what it is? Those in-betweens are really cool because it's like when you're doing stuff during the day, you're like focused and you're in like high beta or whatever brainwave you're in. But then when you're not really like focusing and you're kind of just chilling, that's when the downhill of the day, everything from every other part of the day in the week kind of seeps into these low places, not emotionally low, just like lack of focus low. And that's where you start to kind of reflect and kind of unconsciously drift. And I've kind of been in that in between here and there and just kind of like surfing different thoughts that have been in my unconscious stew from whatever I've been reading and stuff. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Okay, let me go back to this chat. What's beyond alignment? Also, I love what you are wearing. Oh, thank you so much. I'm just feeling really golden today. I'm 24 carats, you know. What's beyond alignment? I'm not sure what that is. Beyond alignment. Okay, yeah, let's do some reads. Okay. Revel Z Music. Let's do it. What would you like to know, Revel Z Music? Actually, you know what? Let's not do questions today. I'm just gonna see what shows up. Revel Z Music. I know that's not how you say it. R Velas. I'm just gonna call you Revel Z Music for now, if that's okay. Because we're reveling in the moment. Oh, you got the Anne card. Ooh, yes. Okay, so everyone's showing up to the party in this one. So you have Nuit Hadid and Rahor Kuid. So yeah, this is a big one. This is like a call to action. This is a point of no return. This is a singularity. You're making some big change. You're very inspired. But you know what the thing I'm getting for you, though, is not everyone's going to be there with you. Not everyone's going to be in your transition, in your transformation. The things that you're doing, becoming are in a lot of ways beyond maybe who you're comfortable being around at this moment. And that's going to create a little bit of a weird, because you know when you grow and people are like, wait, why are you growing? Stay where you are. I get a little bit of that, but not that they're bad. It's just like you're up to some really cool stuff. But yeah, Anne card is inspiration, high energy. You also have the Empress, so you have a lot of love to give, lots of empathy. You're a natural healer. Connections with motherhood, with mom, feminine energy, healing people. So I get in some ways things, your energy is increasing. There's some major big life purpose goal that's showing up for you, but it is being cushioned by a Netflix and chill receptive Empress card. So a lot of people showing up that need to be healed, but you can't heal all of them. You can only heal people that want to be healed. But you have some big cards, and you have the Eight of Discs. So I think what's happening for you is the next few months is going to shift you into whatever you're working towards career-wise for a long time. I'm not saying like the next job you have or this job is going to last forever, but I do see some long-term storyline connection. Cool. Ryan, I know you wanted a reading, right? So let's look into Ryan. Ryan I'm thinking Holbert. Ryan Holbert. Let's look into it. And then I'll get to Ordine. Again, sorry for my pronunciation. I can't pronounce English. I can't pronounce Hebrew. I can't pronounce everything. I swear the ideas are here, but it doesn't always come out. All right, Ryan, let's see what's going on for you. Six of Cups. Have you been dating? Meeting anyone cute? Six of Cups is good. It could also be renewed pleasure, renewed sense of curiosity in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, now's a great time for dating. Six of Cups is just like really simple, like treating yourself, but in a balanced way. It's also simple pleasures, not expensive pleasures, but things are going to get expensive for you in the next couple months. I do see you bringing in more money, especially anything that you do independently, not connected to a company. Working from home, your own business, freelancing, that's going to be big. This is independent woman that needs one man, so work. Let's see what else we have. And the Six of Wands, I see a lot of recognition for you coming up with a job, with career, with life purpose, lots of visibility and influence. So get your elevator speech ready, get your all of your long-term plans together, because you're going to have some really cool opportunities to share that with the masses. All right, Ordine. Let's do it. Hey, Nomo. All right, so this is a reading for Ordine. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, Nine of Wands. So you're busy, lots of stuff going on, but you're flexible. You're juggling a lot of stuff. There's a little bit of stress, but is it stress or is it excitement? And you're ready. You're very experienced. Whatever you're doing is it's working for you. And I actually see that the next year for you is going to be very much about production in some way, producing something, whether that's your own thing or if it's where you're working for somebody. It's a lot of hard work. It could be very tangible. Something that you're working with your hands could connect to food or the earth or environment and place. Or maybe it's just resetting your home to support your work. But yeah, I see a lot of making things happen. I also see I want to say somebody younger than you. It's either daughter, niece, nephew, maybe a lover, but somebody that's younger than you, not as experienced as you, that's looking up to you. And you need to know that they're okay, because you're not giving them as much attention as you used to give them, but it's okay. They're good. They're in their own world. Cool. Call me Caleb. Okay. Hey, Caleb. Thanks. I love one if you have time. Yes, M. Let's do it. Okay, here's a reading for M. I kind of needed that. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Ryan. Yay. All right, M. Let's look into what's going on for you, M. All right, so you have the Five of Cups. So there's a little bit of a challenge with the relationship. Maybe you're missing somebody. This is typically a breakup card, but it's really a disappointment card. this is for everyone. If you guys have followed me, I am so fascinated with love. I love love. It's a drug. It really is. It's like a dopamine, and I'm neurodivergent and crazy, and I love a good dopamine kick. So falling in love, falling out of love, it's so interesting to me. But the Five of Cups is that place of holy shit, why is it not happening exactly as I thought it would happen? Because everything was pointing to this thing that was going to happen, and I was so excited for it, and now it's not there. That's the vibe. And the beauty of the Five of Cups is it's realizing that it wasn't there to begin with. So I'm whether this is a family relationship or a romantic relationship, or it could even be a job that you didn't get or something that you don't have anymore. And it's what the hell happened with this? It wasn't truly yours to begin with. If something is yours, you won't be able to get rid of it. If it's not yours, you don't want to waste your time holding on to it. So whatever this is, it's a redirect. All the fives are a redirect. And you know what? You're going to be healing. This is a major healing card, Temperance, art card. This is alchemy. Now, this takes a while. Alchemy took a long ass time, but it's beautiful. It's merging different parts of yourself. It's merging inner contradictions to support you so that you can further integrate every piece of you, every experience you've ever had, every person you've ever met. There's a sense of recovery and forgiveness and vulnerability that come with the art card over time. And then when you get to that place, then nothing can shake you, Okay. Hey, I'd really like to have a reading. This is my first time here at a live stream. Hey, MRV Gaming. What kind of games do you play? What is your favorite game? Definitely. And also, by the way, if I don't get to your reading and you ask for one, just post again. I mean, don't spam the chat, but yeah. So MRV Gaming, let's look into what's going on with you. MRV Gaming, what do you need to know? Ooh, you have a big one. Knight of Wands. Okay, I do get a reckless nature with you. This is both you, but also somebody in your life that kind of eggs you on. Maybe you egg them on. But this is a very generous, kind energy, but it's it's like dangerous. This is the person who like is so wild. Like they have a good heart, but they always leave chaos in their wake, in their path. But it's kind of funny. This is a comic relief moment too. You're someone who like really, brings the comic relief and loosens the energy. But I do get a sense of adventure for you. And I think that there's something you're waiting for because you're going to be calming down in the next 4 to 6 months. I don't know if it's you're going to school or you're getting a new job or you're instituting something, some sort of ritual or schedule or lifestyle. You're kind of grounding yourself a lot more. You'll always have that excitement. You'll always have that enthusiasm. You'll always have that comic relief. But this Hierophant card is saying there's something you're going to be doing more longer term. You're going to be making some sort of financial or time investment. And things are going to change a little bit. But yeah, it's going to definitely pay off for you. Hey, Joey Luna. Hey, IZ. I would love a reading if you can. Yes, Joey, absolutely. One for me, please. Yes, Robins on Paula. You know what? I have like really in Instagram and stuff, everything online, I have trouble like separating where the words start and where they begin, like as I read them. I don't know. Does anyone else experience that when you're trying to figure out somebody's name and you just see a bunch of letters? And maybe I'm slightly dyslexic. I don't know. But I'm like, yeah. Okay, so I think we're looking at Joey Luna. What does Joey Luna have to know now? All right, we're looking at the Lust card, so you know you're gonna have a good time. Lust card is Babylon. You're having fun, connecting to your passion, getting a little bit lost in your passion, getting found in your passion. Lust card is sexual energy, which is also business, by the way. Sexuality and business are the same energy. Did you know? Now you do. But yeah, lust is connecting to your passion. It's harnessing your passion. Lust is very much about creation and destruction. Whenever we create something, we destroy. We're in this constant state of transmutation of like, I just moved here, right? And I just like ordered all the shit from Amazon and brought the boxes upstairs, and the tradie doorman was helping me. It was a whole moment. It was really cute. But it's like we're constantly transmuting and moving and organizing. But every time we do it, we destroy. So I take the things out of the boxes, then I try my best to flatten the damn cardboard so it'll fit down the trash chute. And we're destroying one thing, creating something else, building something else. So that's very much the vibe. I'm kind of getting into the esotericism here with you. I don't know if that's an interest for you, but that's kind of the deeper side of the Lust card is creation and destruction. So lots of things are going to change for you over the next year. You're definitely not going to be in the same place. Queen of Cups, I do see a mother or somebody in your life that is motherly, that's kind of guiding you, very, very emotionally mature, very psychic, natural healer. I just see a lot of women in your life that are very connected, very grounded, and very healing. And somehow they create the foundation for you to explore your passion, and they inspire that, which is really cool. Card I didn't want to get. Oh, you did not want to get the Lust card. Why is that? I wonder. Ooh, what's the tea? Hey, Julie. Oh my God, Julie. Julie is going to be taking Advanced Tarot. Hey, Julie. Which I'm starting February 2nd. If y'all didn't apply, you better apply. It's going to be a good one. We're talking Kabbalah, Thoth Tarot, Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, astrology. It's going to be a wild course, 8 classes. It's going to be jam-packed. My classes are like condensed with material. It's a lot of stuff. So if you're interested in learning this deck and all this material, go to tarotmysticismacademy.com and hit Advanced Tarot and hit apply, and we'll get to speak with each other. Okay, I'm going backwards a little on this chat. So on point. Oh, thanks, Em. Love to be on the queue as well. Yes. Okay, Chanel. Yep, I love one. Okay, Chanel, 7 of Discs. Okay, things are slowing down financially, materially, something not working out. I feel like there's a hobby or something you do with your hands, something you make, or maybe a place, a location. I'm really connected to place today that you're not totally vibing with anymore, or I kind of get a sense of like there's like this coffee shop or this place that's just not the same anymore. It just doesn't have it. And 7 of Discs is a redirect as well. And obviously there's no failure. I always say with 7 of Discs, so I used to be a personal trainer, that's not really, but I used to be really into personal training. But there's this thing called failure with the muscle, and when the muscle can't possibly do any more reps, bro, you know. And failure is a good thing. It's like you've maxed out on the effort. Like you have to let the muscles recover. So in some way, your path is being redirected. There's nothing more you can get in this certain place, hobby, or source of income, which is redirecting you to something better. And you will get there, because I see financial stability for you. I see good reputation for you. I see security. I see a good connection to your home. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, Weston. Okay, I have one for Frater. Let's go to Frater, and then I'll come back to my YouTube chat. So Frater, we're looking at the Wheel of Fortune for you. So lots of possibilities, a good amount of chaos, maybe a cycle, something continuously recurring. But, you know, fortune is generally good. It's generally an increase of stuff, an increase of energy, an increase of money, an increase of possibility of freedom. These are our three gunas, our Bhagavad Gita, the material world. It's spinning around, having a good time on the cosmic turntable of reality. So there's a lot of stuff that's kind of coming into your lap, but maybe for you to sort out or prioritize or choose. This is also very much a card of magic in a way, especially with the material world. Jupiter expansion. So yeah, lots of fun stuff, lots of, but now it's kind of like about choice for you, I think. And I think the thing you're going to end up choosing is going to connect you with a community or a work or a passion. This is a passion project card. So whatever you choose will eventually make you more money or somehow be very valuable to the world. It could be a long-term project. And I'm really curious if you're like, I definitely want to have a conversation with you, because anytime I see Frater, I get excited. Like what you've been involved with, what you've been looking up magically or esoterically. All right, Weston. Let's look into Weston. Can I catch a reading, please? Definitely. So for Weston, we're looking at the Empress card. Okay, so connecting lots of feminine energy. I do get a lot of Netflix and chill for you. Empress is connected to Tamas in the three gunas, which is our Netflix and chill ingredient. I get a lot of emotion and feeling, but not necessarily ambition. And that the message is like, that's okay. It's like, it's a time for processing, self-care, and there's the beauty in not doing the most. And staying home, I don't know. There's some connection to your home that's, if it's not good now, it'll get better. If it's good now, it'll get better. And then Ace of Wands. And I'm seeing like 4 or 5 months from now, kind of like the ambition coming back, the creativity coming back, things becoming more explosive and more free. Hey, Alyssa. Yes, literally from New York to Atlanta. That was tired of the vibes there and needs something new. Oh, nice. Okay. So I had somebody down here. A lot of Black and Lilith. Ooh. Oh my God, I love you so much. Greetings from Uruguay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Love you too. German, is that how you say it? Nomo King, can I catch a reading, please? Did I? If I did, okay, let me do a reading for Nomo King. If I hadn't yet, if I did, then here's the second one. Nomo King. The Tower, so much fun. We love to see it. Okay, so the Tower's wild. You know, the Tower could be anything from spiritual emergency to your car breaking down. You know, it could be very mundane. It could be very existential. So yeah, you're going through something. I mean, we're all going through it. We're all literally, if you're incarnate, if you have a pulse, you are going through it as well. Everyone to different extents, but yeah, something you're going through, and it's great because you know what, you can create from chaos much more easily than you can create from order. So I would say surf the chaos, follow what's true for you, and you know what, another thing, not everything has to have meaning, Nomo, that I'm getting. Like, not everything has to have meaning in the way that so like you have physical reality, which like stays the same. It doesn't stay the same, everything's moving, but it looks like it stays the same, right? My phone is staying the same, my laptop, my body is staying the same from my perspective. But meaning isn't like that. Meaning isn't like, oh, this symbol or this thing or this message or this damn angel number or this whatever. Like, it's not concrete. It flows with you in the infinite feedback loop that is the conscious and the subconscious mind. This is the art card. This is temperance. We're always in it. We're always in this transaction between the inner world and the outer world. And we use meaning to make stuff happen. You know, Viktor Frankl, I actually haven't read the book, but it's a really good book, everyone says, and I have to read it. It's on my list. I'm like definitely going to get to it. But like the idea of like you're either working from meaning or working from pleasure. And I think right now what's happening, Nomo, is there's a lot of change and there's a lot of loss of pleasure. And connecting to meaning in a flexible way is going to be really helpful for you. And the meaning that you're working from is going to underlie everything that exists now. It's going to be a lot deeper. Let me pull one more card for you. 8 of Wands. Things are going to speed up. Next couple of weeks, definitely check your mail, email, text messages. Be an open channel spiritually, literally with technology. I see some really good communication and a speeding up of your passions, of your intentions. I think it's going to get a lot better. Cool. What else do we have? My name is Robinson Joe. Robinson Paula. Okay, I love one. Hi, Robinson. Yeah, let's do that. If you want a reading, put your name and maybe put your moon sign. Don't put your sun sign. Put your moon sign. If you don't know your moon, just put your sun. But like, put your moon sign. That would be fun. All right, Robinson. Let's get into this gig. Top of my head and out of my mouth. Okay, Chariot card for Robinson. So Chariot. So, Chariot's one of those cards where it's like, let me go into the divination for you first. So I see the beauty of stillness for you right now. I see personal identity growing. I see you more connected to your true will, doing what's right for you and being in agreement with yourself. Really awesome stuff. But all that's happening in a place of stillness and like a humble silence. Like I don't see you shouting off the rooftops like, this is who I am. Like, no, it's very humble and it's very true. And something beautiful about the Chariot, when something's true for you, you don't need to prove it. And that's what I see you connecting to within yourself. Like, you know what you are, you know what you're about, you know the ways that you can happen to the world, and you don't have to prove it. And because of that, you are happening to the world. And it's super badass. So that's really cool. Yeah, Chariot is a very, very deep card. Let's see what else we have. Princess of Swords. So yeah, I do see not everyone's going to agree with you. And I do see now this is showing someone in your life that's a little bit defended right now, a little bit defensive, and a little bit kind of like awaiting for conflict. And by awaiting for conflict, they're kind of like incentivizing it subconsciously in the backstages of reality, which isn't something to be scared of, but it's just something you're aware of. You probably know who this is. But I see adjustment, some sort of mediation with this person, getting along and recovering whatever this is. If it's a business relationship or personal relationship, I see it working for you. What is the message from the Tower for me? Okay, let's look into this. German, the message for you, German, is 4 of Swords. This is a compromise you're making with someone. It's not going to be all perfect, but it'll be good. This could be a deal you make with someone. This could be something you publish soon, or a contract, or it could be kind of surrendering to what's going on. I do see that around you, there's a lot of people. The environment is very defined in its lifestyle and its values, in its general paradigm, in its what's the word I want to use? Zeitgeist. That's a really cool word. It's like the times. And I kind of see you not totally about it, but able to work with it. Like you can fit in, but it's not totally you. And sometimes that's just what you got to do. Fake it till you make it. Empress card. You're also very giving, very generous. Lots of psych stuff showing up with you too. You're very sensitive. You're picking up from a lot of people what they think they should do, which is not what you should do, but you know how to comfort them and what they think they should do. That's kind of the big message. Sorry if that was a little ambiguous. Mila, Moon in Leo. What do I need to allow to come in regarding my true will? Oh, I love that question, and I love that your name is Noetic Bloom. All right, Mila, Moon in Leo. What do you need to let come in regarding your true will? Oh, you're a thinker. You're a head tripper like me. It's all happening here. Super fast forward. I totally get it. The frame rate is insane. The frames are just flying by in the world of time, in the world of the mind, in the world of ego. This is telling me that you're your own worst enemy, and it's that same part of you that holds you back that creates so much. It's like you're very creative, you're a great problem solver, you're a visionary. Not everyone's ready for the vision though. They cannot receive it. If someone cannot receive something, they literally will not hear it out of your mouth. You can tell someone a million times the thing that's going to help them or the solution or the idea, but if they are not ready to change, if they're not ready for it, they will literally not hear it. And then one day you'll tell them the thing, and when they're ready to hear it, they'll be like, why didn't you ever tell me that? And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from you. I'm not saying that you're like a crazy problem solver, but I do, you're a visionary. And, you know, we have Aquarius energy with the Prince of Swords. So he's always going to be doing his own thing. He's an inventor. He's very cutting edge. So could be working with large groups of people, could be working with technology, could be working in the realm of abstraction, philosophy, science, the way things are done, big systems. But yeah, you know, you have amazing ideas, but ideas have you, you know, amazing ideas have you. Ideas have us. We don't have ideas. That's a Jungian thing. Hello, I will take a reading. I am an Aquarius, but I'm not sure of my moon sign. Oh, okay, let's keep with the Aquarius vibes because we just pulled the Prince of Swords. All right, Miss K Love approach. Thank you. Your description about me was so on point. Oh, thanks, thanks, German. That was awesome. That was fun. Miss K Love approach. We are looking for. Ooh, are you pregnant? Are you sure? I'm just kidding. I'm totally just kidding. It could be a pregnancy though. Yeah, Princess of Dis is chilling. You know, she's so giving. She's just so. It's Princess of Dis is like literally anything can happen, and you're ready for it, but you're gonna pretend that you're not ready for it. It's innocence. It's excitability. It's generosity. You're the type of person that can make anyone feel really good, and you're ready for anything. So it's kind of like it's up to you what happens next. And there's going to be a next because I see a big change. But again, the change is going to be up to you. 10 of Cups. I feel like your change is going to be different than your family's, and your family's in one place, and you're going in a different direction. And I don't see conflict necessarily, but I do see difference. Noetic Bloom, thank you. That was amazing. Oh, thank you. Christina Benjamin. Christina, glad to catch you too. Drift Animal. Hey, Ian. Joe. Oh, let's go back. Thanks. I love your readings. Also follow you on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much, Robinson. Yeah, you know, I'm really going to be producing a lot more content because I'm in my new place. I'm juggling more ideas. You know, I just cannot stop trying to figure out the secret blueprint of the universe. I just filmed a video about some crazy shit. I don't even know what it was about, but it's going to come out soon. And I'm still really obsessed with the Matrix. So definitely, if you're on Instagram, check out my YouTube stuff. It's just my name, Joe Monteleone. I have a lot of weird stuff there. I have a TikTok now too. TikTok is very interesting. TikTok really gets my like dopamine craving ADHD brain. It really traps me like no other social media. It's really dangerous. Tarot with Joe on TikTok. Leo Moon in Aquarius. Okay, let's look. Oh, I see. I'm already like getting distracted. Okay, Joe. Virgo Moon checking in. Okay, Joe with the Virgo Moon. Love that. I love Virgos. Like this past year has been the year of the Virgos for Joe. Like y'all are the best. You guys are so damn humble, and I just vibe with you guys so well. Like just so beautiful. All right, Joe the Virgo. 10 of Discs. This is the Virgo card. Last week in a Virgo. Last week in a Virgo. So 10 of Discs, money, stored money, wealth, assets, stuff. You probably have more than you know. Do you know how much money is in your bank account? You know, there's a lot of people that don't know how much money is in their bank account, and it's like a fear of the awareness of it. But the awareness is what creates possibility. It's like, and I say this because I do it too. Like, how many times do you you purposely not check your bank account because you just, you know, let me just scoop by that reality for a sec. This card is saying check your bank account and be surprised, whether it's assets, stuff, things you have. Maybe you have some valuable inventory at home. Maybe you have like a tarot deck that's out of print that's worth millions of dollars. And maybe I'm projecting. Maybe I have to talk to myself about this. I definitely do somewhere. But yeah, check your assets because it might be time to reinvest, or maybe just reinvest your energy in something. I see a lot of exciting people coming your way, a lot of big personalities that are not afraid of tension, but they're very exciting. And yeah, I see a lot of quiet. You know what? I see two extreme types of personalities. We have the big, loud personality. We have a very soft-spoken personality, and those are two personalities that predominate your life right now, and you're kind of dancing in between, which is pretty cool. A very eclectic group of friends and people. If you don't have that group of people, then you will in the coming months. Drift Animal, Leo, Moon in Aquarius, Taurus rising. Ooh, I love an Aquarius moon moment. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is probably my favorite minor arcana card. So badass. All right, Drift Animal, let's see. There's a man I like, but I think I hurt him very accidentally. How do I move forward? Okay, so let's look into that. So, okay, so Knight of Discs, this is someone who doesn't really he doesn't show his emotions really well. Ace of Discs. And then the Chariot card. So all these cards are kind of saying like, I'm kind of doing something with this person. Maybe it's an activity you like to do together. And I don't want to say this because I wouldn't normally say this, but these cards are showing me like if there's a reconciliation, it may happen through doing something together and not approaching it like I would normally coach someone to approach it. Like it's kind of, the cards are honestly saying like, don't necessarily go into it or like bring it up. The cards are kind of saying like, there's going to be an opportunity to do something with him, maybe outside or something you enjoy doing. And like, I think it's through actions that may repair the connection or the relationship more so than through conversation and words, which again is not something I would normally recommend, but that's what the cards are saying. And time. Knight of Discs is also someone who's very busy. I think you're both very busy, but I think it'll happen through actions. But generally, like, go back to that place of like hurting somebody or whoever you hurt, and kind of like notice meditate on it and notice if there's a moment of like an intentional like cause of pain, and if there wasn't, like you will have the opportunity, I think, to kind of connect with them and give your side and stuff. I just submitted a very special exam and I want to know how it was received. Okay, Ian, let's check this out. I see a lot of success for you. With the Chariot here, I do see maybe a little bit of silence or a little bit of a delay, but I actually do see a lot of success. I think it was received really well. I think after a weird period of silence, I think you're going to get a lot of communication or networking from this opportunity. And then things are going to really speed up. It looks really good. It's very eclectic. It's very eclectic organization, eclectic people. Five of Swords is also saying that not everyone, you're not going to want to be friends with everyone, but you will want to keep your enemies close in this situation because, yeah, this is like a little bit of a manipulative vibe or power struggle kind of vibe. Lots of ego here. So, just watch out for that. But I do see it as very helpful. I think people are looking at you very highly in this area. This actually makes complete sense. You have no idea. That's wild. Prince of Discs has shown up in my readings about him for months. Thank you. Yeah. So the discs, the discs are like, they're so amazing. Like earth signs. I love earth signs so much. They're just very grounded. And I'm an earth sign, but I also have a Pisces moon and a Pisces rising. So I'm all up in the subjective world and the thoughts and the feels, and I got the feelers and all of that. So I get both sides. But the earth signs and that earth energy is very like practical, and that practicality sometimes comes off as like cold and mathematical and too logical, because emotions are not that. They're fluid and they dance around and they show up in the most random of ways, and they're chaotic and beautiful. It's like the relationship between the 7 and the 8, the Netzach and the Hod. So it's that's the thing about love language and knowing the love language. And but I think awareness shines through all of that stuff. Like I think we're always aware in relationships, especially. I think when you really dig into it, we know exactly what the fuck we're doing and what the hell the other person's doing. And there's always a lot of subtext in relationships and like these subtleties and these nuances and these subconscious communications. But I think eventually when we dig deep down, we know exactly what's going on, which is really fun because I know for me, sometimes I like to pretend I don't. Storm Dream TV, can you do a reading and see if I get my wife back? Okay, so totally, but my question for you is, when was the last time you guys have spoke, and I didn't even read this before, I just went on that rant. What's the reason why you're not together? You don't have to answer that in the chat, but like look into that. Like what's the reason? But let me look into it for you. I want to rephrase the question though. Can you rephrase the question? Because I want to make it creative and not, so instead of getting your wife back, can we look at? Like, I'm going to ask you to separated for 6 months because of my stupidness. So can we actually talk about guilt for a second? I think this is going to be more important. So I'm reading a book. I'm reading this book called Letting Go. It's really I use a lot of body-centered therapy practices with my clients because the body doesn't lie, and this book is very much about that. And brilliant, amazing book. It'll change your whole life. It's called Letting Go by David Hawkins. And I'm reading about guilt, and guilt is that weird thing where guilt is like we're worried about ourselves and we're trying to punish ourselves for something we did or whatever. But in doing so, we're furthering the problem because we're still worried about ourselves. There's this inner contradiction of guilt. And when we look at something and we say there's a sense of like owning what you may have done or not done or whatever. And with awareness, knowing what's up and learning from it and being like, okay, that created that. It's like, in life, you go into the buffet and you taste something and you're like, ooh, I didn't like that taste. So let me just not go back here anymore. But we love to berate ourselves. We love to punish ourselves. But punishing ourselves is just as much ego as rewarding ourselves. This is why when I work with tarot readers who are like kind of not that confident and they want to be really good and they want to like impress people and all that stuff, like one of the first things I tell people is like, if you're reading for someone else, for you, the desire to do well may be just as much ego, as anything else. But yeah, I just want to say, because guilt and, guilt sucks. Guilt like definitely holds us back. But I would say whatever happened because of your stupidness, like go back in time and like forgive yourself, because that will allow your ex-wife to forgive you as well. But let me see what's going on for you. All right, let me get off the soapbox and pull the damn cards. Okay, so Princess of Discs. So Princess of Discs is showing me she's kind of going a little bit back and forth. I don't think she's made a choice yet, but she will make a major choice that will go very much in one direction or another. The Ace of Cups, as things are now, I would say, and this is just things can change because time is flexible because, time doesn't exist. But as things are now, Ace of Cups is saying, most likely from this point moving forward, I do see the two of you in some way either getting back together or you manifesting another lover. But Ace of Cups is great. Seven of Swords may say it may take a little bit of time and it might not be the right time. But Ace of Cups is showing me a really positive relationship or marriage you will be in within the next year or two. Okay. Mercury retrograde coming, no big decisions. Not that I disagree with it. Why can't I fully bring myself to do what the tarot tells me to do? Not that I disaffected, but rather I forget and can't integrate fully. Not that I disagree with it. So, this is a really good question. Thank you, Storm. Thank you for coming. Absolutely. Let me know what shows up, okay? Hit me up, email me. Let me know what shows up. And by the way, people, relationships and marriages and all this stuff, these are freaking hard. Like it's grief. It's freaking hard. Okay. So if you're going through it with a relationship or a marriage or a breakup or whatever, like let yourself go through it. Let yourself feel the emotion. Let yourself don't label it. Just feel the damn thing. So many people come in and say, oh, you're great and you're fine and you'll get over it and this and that. And that's great. But sometimes you just got to friggin' feel the damn thing. And it fucking sucks. But you know what? So many times in my life, the most alive I've ever felt was when I was really fucking suffering, when I was really heartbroken or something. And I was just busted open and I was like, oh my God, I feel so damn alive. I know it's nuts. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm insane, but feel the damn things. Okay. Okay. So why can't I fully bring myself to do what the tarot tells me to do? There's two. Safa mirror. Change is really hard. Change is slow. It's very, 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 very slow. So don't beat yourself up. The tarot guides us, and ultimately it's us guiding ourselves through the images of tarot, I believe. And it definitely suggests things. And the whole thing is, if you're choosing one thing and you shouldn't choose it, or you're feeling pulled to choose something else, eventually you're going to get bored of choosing whatever you're choosing and you'll choose something else. The biggest thing is don't make yourself wrong for choosing the thing that you're choosing now. until it's time, you know? One of my dear friends, I call her Castle. She told me once, because she was telling me about relationships and stuff. She's like, Joe, you don't have to like choose to say yes or say no to this person. You can just like choose to say yes until it's not right for you, and then go, and that's just stuff, we're in a pattern until we learn fully from the pattern, and then we go to another pattern. And guess what happens then? We stay in that pattern until we learn more, and then we go to another pattern. It's just the alchemical process. We're all in the alchemical process. We're all getting better over time, really freaking slow. It's allowed. Oh, thank you, dear Jolie. Yeah, I'm really excited because I got all my shit together, so I'm feeling extra ranty today. I just got my desk, I got my shit, I manifested my dream home, so I'm just like, I'm just feeling it. Hi, Joe. How can we use the Thoth book to learn how to read and work with the deck? Austin Adam. I love your question. I want to ask it again. Hi, Joe. How can we use the Thoth book to learn how to read and work with the deck? Well, I'll give you the short answer, and then I'll give you the more elaborate answer. The short answer is take my Thoth Tarot Master course. It'll teach you everything you need to know. Or my upcoming live course, Advanced Tarot, that'll also teach you a lot of what you need to know for the Thoth deck. But to kind of go into it, so where's that guy? Let me go find him. So Crowley's this is my interpretation. So everything I say, take with a grain of existential salt, obviously. But Crowley's intention with the Thoth deck wasn't really for divination. It was for the occult study of the damn universe. So it's very ranty. But what I would say is definitely read the book a few times. I had to read it 2 or 3 times before I really started to kind of get it. And at the end of the book, he does give you a method. The method is I don't know if he calls it, but it's opening of the key, which comes from Golden Dawn. I think McGregor Mathers invented it, but he pulls a lot of stuff from Golden Dawn, and he doesn't explain it that well. He's very it's kind of ambiguous. But there are YouTube videos online that teach this. My friend has one, but I'm forgetting his name right now because I'm the worst and I'm not good with language or words. I believe Benabel Wen has videos online as well that teach how to do this. Mathers did, yeah. It's also in the big black brick, which is in my library, the big Golden Dawn. Israel Regardi teaches it in that book, and he goes into more detail. So that would be the method to read the cards, I would say. You don't have to use opening of the key, by the way, to read the Thoth Tower cards. I've been reading the Thoth Tower without opening of the key for years. And to be honest, opening of the key I find to be most of the time overkill for clients in general, but it can be really fun, and it definitely opens up it's very sophisticated. So that would be the method. And then in terms of meanings of the cards, Crowley does give general divinatory meanings for the majors. I don't think he does give divinatory meanings for the minors in their description throughout the book, but the major divinatory meanings are at the end of the book. So I would study those for meanings. How do you find balance between feeling the things and letting them go? Milo, that is such a good question. How do you find balance between feeling things and letting them go? I believe the answer to that is that when you're feeling them, you are letting them go. Because it's when we don't feel them that we're holding on to them, or we're kind of keeping them down because we don't want to feel them. But when we feel them, it processes through the body, the age-old feelings of whatever mom and dad or whoever the fuck said that thing to us or did that thing, or from whatever lifetime, we're letting that happen through the body, through this incarnation process over time. And I'm not saying it's easy, it can suck, but when we feel it, you can feel the energy move. And that's how you kind of let it go. It's what you're letting go is more the resistance to the feeling than the feeling. And then you get to feel it. And then a lot of times at least for me, I kind of come to this place where the feeling, it can be bad, but it's really not bad. It's the resistance. And the resistance of the feeling and that whole feedback loop of resist, compensate, I have to prove myself because otherwise I have to face this feeling, and then the feeling comes back and I have to prove myself more, do this thing or whatever, is the Suit of Swords, which is why I love the damn Suit of Swords as the infinite feedback loop that exists between the Suit of Wands and the Suit of Cups. Wow, that's hitting me. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the question. That was a really, really good question. Really, really good. Cool. Hey, Warren. What are your top 3 books on the tarot? Noetic Bloom. Oh, that's such a good question. Oh, I love that. My top 3 books. Well, definitely Book of Thoth would be number 1 because it's a lifelong study. It's a freaking wormhole of a piece. That's definitely number 1. Let me look at my library. Top 3 books on tarot. Let me see. You know what? Where's that other book that I just had out? I haven't. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, I'm back. So my top 3 books on tarot, number 1 would be Book of Thoth. I would say number 2 would honestly be Tarot by Paul Foster Case. I don't know why more people don't read this book. This book was integral in my understanding of the major arcana of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's very much like the Book of Thoth, but it's easier to read and it's focused on Paul Foster Case's tarot, which is pretty much the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, but a little bit different, very, like subtle differences. But this one's a deep book. It's like his whole Bota thing. It's very deep. And Kabbalistic Tarot, I would say, just jump to my top 3. I haven't finished it yet because I don't finish books, I don't finish video games, but I do finish food. But Kabbalistic Tarot it's so well written, it's so smart, and it brings so much information together. And y'all know Kabbalistic Tarot is my jam, so I would say this one. In terms of just tarot, Benabel One's book, Holistic Tarot, is the shit. It is like everything she does is perfect. Yeah. Joey Luna, do you feel like your art archetype is what draws you to Thoth? Art archetype. I don't know. I think I'm drawn to Thoth because I'm insane. Yeah, I think I'm drawn to Thoth was because, so when I first read about the Kabbalah and however many years ago, it felt like I was remembering it. Like it made so much sense to me. And it's such a weird thing because I'm not like Jewish, but I am like just insane and I copy shit from everywhere. But when I was reading it, it just made so much sense. And I was like, of course, reading through the Tree of Life and the Sephirot and everything, I was like, this is what I knew existed with tarot, but I didn't know consciously, even though I've been doing tarot way longer than that. And then when I found Thoth, I was like, oh, this is like the Kabbalah and tarot. And that's what kind of drew me. So I think the reason why Thoth draws me so much is because of its depth. And I just love to go deep. I love to be very superficial too, but I just love to go deep. I want to ask the big questions. Like I totally will read somebody about when their ex is coming back. And like, I will totally read for all those things. And I think they're beautiful, but like my big thing is like, I want to figure out reality. Like I want to like know what I am, and I am that I am. Hey, I share. Hey, I like, what the fuck is happening in this reality? Like these are every day I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm still in this body. Work. What are we going to do next? What am I going to uncover next? And the Thoth Tower kind of does that. So I think the Thoth Tower is also filled with ideas within ideas within ideas. And I'm a big idea person. I'm a head tripper. So the ideas are just like constantly, I'm flooded with it. Okay, next question. Are you single? Joey Luna, am I single? Good question. Am I single? I am in an open type of relationship with an amazing, beautiful alien partner. And we both came into this world to like do some. I feel like me and my like alien magical brain partner, like we have incarnated in a lot of different worlds and we're playing hide and seek, but we found each other on this one. So we'll have to like reset the game for the next life. You are all right. Thank you, Joey. Okay, let me check chat up here. Hey, oh my God, hello. Lots of new friends coming up over here. All right. Choopy Doodles, what's up? Lady Pentacles, what is up? The jacket is groovy. Thank you. So we talked about top 3 books. That's beautiful. Okay, yeah. So yeah. If anyone else wants a reading, let me know. Oh my God, I've been going for, wow, it's been 54 minutes. Okay, well, I guess it's time to close up. Maybe we'll make this a weekly thing. So going back to like this crazy blueprint of the universe, of the Matrix. So I'm reading this stuff and I'm thinking about going back to the Suit of Swords and ego and how the ego is like in some ways, like the lower mind is a reflection of the big mind, the vast mind, the hermetic God mind, the all. I was reading this book and it's talking about breath from breath and how like the breath, the life breath kind of comes into existence and it like ricochets into the breath from breath. So the breath from breath, the mind from mind, the ruach from the higher ruach, life breath, as above, so below. And I keep thinking of this image of like this, I don't want to say echo chamber, but the way that like the reality comes into a vessel and ricochets off of the edges of the vessel to create experience. And that's the feedback loop. And it kind of reminds me of like social media in a way, how like there's this like capacity for thought and idea and all of its horror and glory. And then it just bounces off between all these different units of consciousness. Like it's happening right now between all of our minds. Like we're all here right now. And like you're listening to me and the ideas are bouncing between all of us and we're thinking and judging and computing and discerning and all of that. And then sometimes we type something and sometimes I say something and it's just constantly bouncing around. But that's kind of like just an image that I've had and why I'm feeling a little bit more drawn to doing more lives and more social media in general. I need to find someone who's into my alien vibes as well. I love that. Yeah. Julie says, Curly said everyone won't see it, but now I'm kind of afraid that I see it. Do the cards say I have it right, Joe? Do the cards say I have it right, Joe? The Curly said everyone won't see it, but now I'm kind of afraid that I see it. See what? Yeah, Curly said a lot of stuff. He predicted a lot of stuff too. Oh, have you seen Julie is saying, have you seen the Tree of Life on the Universe card? I think I see it, but curious about your take on that. Oh, Julie, that's such a good question. I have not. I know Curly says something like only someone of a true heart can see the Tree of Life. Let's pull out that Universe card right now and look because it's a very interesting thing. So yeah, I don't see a Tree of Life unless he's referring to, I forget what this is called. It's like an infinite, like circling back in on itself. I forget what it's called, but maybe that's part of the Tree of Life. But no, I don't really see it. I do see like an eye of like Shiva and like an opening of the eye. But yeah, Curly was trolling. Curly does love to troll, but you know what? Like that's why I love Curly so much is because the Zen masters troll too. Like the Zen masters it's a constant troll. I just thought of something, but I'm not going to say it. Stephen Palmer, welcome. Hello, Stephen. Woo. Sorry about that, Julie. I didn't see it, but then I went back to it. Yeah, no, I have not physically seen the Tree of Life. I can't be that true of heart. I honestly, after meeting you, I think you're very true of heart. It's 3D and the center pillar is coming out of the eye and we see the construct from below in the tree. Ooh. Super troll. Yeah, I was going to make a video about this, but I'm kind of in this place where I'm looking at spirituality and I don't know if it's all kind of like a troll. You know, like we like learn, I shouldn't be saying this because I freaking run a damn tarot school and like this is my like business, but like we buy into like spirituality and certain ideas until we graduate from them, and then we get more sophisticated ideas of the universe and spirituality, and then we graduate from that and get more sophisticated ideas. But then eventually we realize, I believe, and maybe this is just my own crazy idea, but we kind of come to this place of like, we never needed it at all, ever, you know? And I think in some way that's, oh yeah, you know, Ian, we were talking about that. Ian, you totally inspired me. You actually told me that like, when you're studying Kabbalah and the Western mysteries, like there's so much stuff, there's so much information. And there must be a moment when you realize that like, it's not that it's not real, but like you never needed any of it. But that's kind of what I say in my courses too. The way I've done my past couple of courses is in the beginning. I always start with "Thou art that," Tatwamasi, which is like you are already the thing you're searching for. You know, and that's in like the Tantra and like the East and different things. I am that I am. You know, all these sayings, be present. All this stuff is saying it's already there. It's already happening. There's nothing to gain or fix or whatever. And I believe that to be true. Now, I still do all this shit because it's freaking fun. And I have a great time doing it. And I know a lot of other people have a great time doing it. And I do think there's a lot of benefits that it can get you. in certain scales. But I mean, like in this reality right now, we being incarnated, doing what we're doing, when we look at it's scale sensitive, the tarot and all these systems and healing, it's effective. Yes. I'm kind of talking about when we zoom out, you know, at the moment of death, when we review everything, or, you know, when we kind of become, I don't know, become a god or whatever happens, it's kind of like this moment of like, oh, we didn't need to do any of that, but we had a damn good time doing it. Can you do a dramatic reading of Book of Flies, chapter 14, Onion Pillars? Yeah, I should definitely. I'll definitely make a video of that maybe. That would be fun. I'm pretty sure Curly was pulling a Playboy symbol on the center kind of thing. You're a pure joy, Joe. I love your take on things. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. Julie, you're the best. I'm so excited that you're going to be in this course. This is going to be so much fun. I met the coolest people doing Tarot Mysticism Academy, by the way. Like, I swear that some of the smartest, coolest, perfect amount of weird people. And I'm so excited for level 2. All right, I have to do the plug because that's what online entrepreneurs do. So if you're interested in learning the Thoth, Tarot, Esoterica, Kabbalah, Astrology, Tarot, if you really want to take your Tarot practice to the next level, I'm doing a course, and I have a few spots left. And it's Advanced Tarot, and it starts February 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. 8 classes, 8 wormholes, 8 directions on a compass, 8 points on the star card, Aquarius vibes, Age of Aquarius. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. If you're interested, if you really want to go down the wormhole with this kind of stuff, you can go to mysticismacademy.com and hit Advanced Tarot and apply, and it'll be really fun. Okay, it's 10:12. Oh my God, if you can take the course, do it. I'm so excited. Yes, I'm so excited you're going to be doing it, Julie. Yeah, it's going to be wild. Like, it's my favorite one because it's like, it's going to be a lot. We're going to be doing the Tree of Life. We're going to be doing astrology, and we're going to see how those two systems really play off of each other to create tarot, and what it is and what it has become, and what it is becoming. It's very archetypal, you know. And if you take the course, you're going to have everything you need to literally read any deck. Like, one of my favorite things about Kabbalah and astrology is that when you know that system, those systems, you can take any tarot deck and read it for fill, I believe, because all tarot decks today are based on it. Every deck today is either based on the Rider-Waite-Smith or the Thoth deck. Some are based on the Marseille, but most are RWS. And the RWS is inherently Kabbalistic. It is not explicitly Kabbalistic, but it is definitely inherently Kabbalistic. Super fragile Kabbalistic, in fact. And yeah. All right, so I'll do like one last reading, and then I'm going to sign off for the night. Shoot, I got to go take care of a man. Dinner time. Oh, yeah. Tell him I said hi. I'll do one more reading, or I'm going to round it out for the night. And maybe let's make this like a weekly thing. Hey, Yelly. Hello from Paraguay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you're interested in the course, tarotmysticismacademy.com. On the top, you'll see Advanced Tarot. It'll give you a little bit more details on what we're covering, but you can apply there. I'm really excited. It's a really good group of people already. It's the number is definitely getting up there. So yeah, I would definitely check it out. Milo, am I making the right move? Ooh, you are. There's a lot you're gonna, you know, I'm not saying leave behind, but you're in a place where you're kind of concluding stuff and like moving forward, and like there's a little bit of delay right now, and there's a little bit of there may feel like there's a little stagnation or like uncertainty, but I think you definitely are, and things are going to speed up for you. I see travel, communication, a lot of expansion, a lot of enthusiasm. I think in a couple months you're going to feel like you're going to be in the flow. Like, you might not feel like you're in the flow right now, but you'll be in the flow. You'll be just flying through time and space, doing your thing. Any advice, please? Yes, Yelly. Oh, Christina, do you need specific knowledge before you take the course? So no, my level 2 course, you don't need any knowledge necessarily, though a basic knowledge of tarot would help. I have a level 1 course as well if you're completely new. Level 1 is, I would definitely recommend. And if you apply to level 2, you can either go from there to take level 1, or sometimes you can even take them both at the same time. I do have students that come in and they're fairly new. I've actually had students that came in and they're fairly new and they've taken 1, 2, and 3 at the same time, because they kind of all mirror each other. They build on each other. It took me like a while to like build the curriculum in this way, but pretty much everything sets up the foundation for something else. So you can actually, yeah. But I would say definitely apply, and if it's meant to happen, if it works for you, it'll definitely happen. And if not, you can take level 1 or whatever. But I definitely would recommend having a general understanding of tarot meanings. But we can definitely talk. That's another reason why I have these like application interview processes, because I want to make sure you're in a place that's going to work for you. Because I have now 4 different courses happening for different reasons and different levels. So as a Taurus, it is hard to be in the flow. Ooh, you know what though? The flow of the Taurus is like smelling the damn grass though, and like feeling the breeze, and like feeling your feet on the floor, and like tasting the food. It's like the earth, and like you're there. It's its own flow. Like I know I have a double Pisces, so I'm like, my flow is just like getting lost in the astral and not being able to come back. But the Taurus flow is like its own vibe, and it's such a nice vibe. It's like you're flowing in the moment. You're like grounded. You're like in your senses. You're connected to music. A reading for Dice Controller 187. I like that name, Dice Controller. Negative Disc, you're going to be working hard the next couple months. I see you as not having a lot of time for people in the next couple months, but I don't think that's a bad thing. And whatever you're working towards in the next couple months, I kind of see it as repetitive work and a lot of effort. And it may be with land, or it may just be a job, but whatever you do, you're going to actually create the opportunity for yourself now that's going to happen in a month or so. But only if you finish this project and really like go, because I'm looking at the Ace of Wands. This opportunity is coming for you. It's like a new inspiration, it's invigoration, but it's going to come at the most random of time. It's going to be an opportunity. It's going to be so much fun, and you're going to take it, hopefully, but you're manifesting it now by what you're doing. Totally. I'm an earthy bitch. LOL. Also, oh, you're a Pisces moon too. Okay, so you can be in both. You can have your feet in the ground and your brain in the waters of noon, drifting off to find the pieces of Osiris. All right, so I am going to, oh, I don't know if it was for you. Yelly, is that for me? I'll pull one card for you, Yelly. I think, Yelly, you had the universe card. Okay, my last reading of the night, and then we will definitely do this again. If y'all aren't on my mailing list and would like to be on my mailing list where I update people on these lives, which I didn't do for this one, this was a complete impulsive moment. You can jump in my mailing list just by downloading the Thoth Tarot guide on my website. So if you want to be on my mailing list, go to tarotmysticismacademy.com. There's a place that says free Thoth Tarot Instant Reading Guide. If you download that, you'll join my mailing list, and I'll keep you updated on lives and stuff. Okay, let me pull a card for Yelly, and then Octavioli. Okay, Yelly, let me see what's going on with you. Ooh, 10 of Swords. Something's totaled. I love the 10 of Swords. I know it totally sucks, you know. It sucks, but it's okay, because you know what? It wasn't yours to begin with. Whether it's a job, a person, a relationship, a car, something. It's done. It's totaled. But better things await. You know, the 10 of Swords is a really beautiful card. It's like the moment when, the thing with the 10 of Swords is when something comes totally crashing down, and it's like, holy shit, what the hell do I do now? Like, literally, where do I even start? And it's in those moments when you get to search for the thing that could not possibly leave, because it's the thing underlying everything, which is consciousness. And when you start operating from there, you know that you'll always be okay. All right, that was a little bit too much of a Hallmark card moment for me, but like, I don't know, it's just like, I really mean that. Like, I feel like in the moments of like the, you know, the crises and the things come crashing down, like that's our moment to really connect with something that is truly who we are, but not who we are in this reality. But yeah, 10 of Swords is something is letting go. And But whatever that is, it's going to end up making you money. Like in the next few months, I see you making more money, being at the right place at the right time. I see philanthropy. I see giving. I see connections to people. I see gifts. I see big success. So this success would not come without this 10 of Swords moment. Jane Lee. Hey, Jane, how's it going? Oh, I just spoke with you recently. You're the best. It's amazing how you get the card meanings just immediately upon drawing the card. I know there's like a huge amount of experience and intuition stuff in it, but it's so inspiring to see. Oh, thanks so much, Jane. That means a lot. Yeah, I've actually, so that's something I'm learning pedagogically, that it's kind of like what I do unconsciously, I am learning to do consciously again in order to teach it. So that's actually a big thing. But yeah, I mean, I've also been studying tarot for like the longest time. I started like when I was super young, when I was 10. So these cards are like it's just automatic. But you'll get there. Totally. You'll absolutely get there. And just like we were talking about, like how you see the story in your mind, like trusting the story and letting it out is a big thing. Absolutely, Ellie. Make Hallmark cards out of the sword suit. Ooh, Hallmark cards out of the sword suit. Is it just me, or is like Hallmark cards really dropping the ball over the last decade? Like, I swear, when I was younger and I would maybe I was young and dumb, I don't know. But when I used to get Hallmark cards or just any cards, like there was some effort in there. Like maybe there's a rhyme here or kind of a joke there or some wordplay there. But now it's just total bullshit. It's literally like, maybe they're automated. I wonder if like AI is writing all the Hallmark cards because they're just shit now. Like what? It's just like, it's not even poetic. It's just like, happy birthday. I really hope you're okay. Like, have a good one. Like, you're the man. At least like throw some, I don't know. They really dropped the ball. Oh, that would be fun. All right. When I grow up, I want to read like you. You can, definitely. Oh my God, you should take my course. Happening starting February 2nd. But yeah, anyone, yeah, just practice over time, confidence, intuition. You know what another thing is? I might make a whole video about this. So there was actually a moment, a lot of people get blocked in giving readings when they don't trust. And I have to like proceed cautiously, because with all types of spirituality, anyone can manipulate it for their own gain. And I'm not saying go in a reading and be like confident and like, just call the shots and like, ego, but it's like, there's a level of trust that you have, that you can build with whatever's operating with you, whether that's angels or intelligences or the Akashic records or who the hell knows, but there's always something there that you can feel when it flows. And I think that's also in some ways maybe related to doing your true will. And when you're doing that, it like works. And if it doesn't work, it's not you that's not working. It might be the client. No, it's never the client, but it's like, so you're never alone when you're doing readings, I believe. But I mean that purposely very ambiguously. I'm not saying like you're invoking demons or you're invoking angels or anything. I'm just saying there's always an awareness that's with you that through good intention, you're kind of accessing. And yeah. And how many resources they waste on those movies. When I grow up, I want to read like you. But yeah. So, thank you so much, Silver Moon. Yeah, I'm going to really try to push the YouTube, I think, in the next like few months, because there's a lot of ideas clicking and fun stuff. And I just like meet a lot of cool people online with it. So that's inspiring me a lot. So thank you for tuning in. All right, I'm going to start wrapping up. If anyone's interested in the Advanced Tarot course, you can find it on tarotmysticismacademy.com and jump in. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be your mama's tarot course. It's going to be Advanced Tarot. We're talking Kabbalah, astrology, Thoth deck, Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, functions, intelligences, advanced reading methods, intuition. It's going to be a lot. Where can you get more info on your class? Yeah, tarotmysticismacademy.com. If you're on Instagram, the link is in my bio. If you hit the link in my bio, you'll see something that says Advanced Tarot. If you're on YouTube, go to tarotmysticismacademy.com and you'll find info there. Cool. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. Definitely going to check out your course. Yeah, definitely do it. But follow your intuition, by the way. That's a big thing. Follow your intuition. Like, don't do it because I'm telling you to do it. Do it if it feels right for you. I'm finding that my courses are not for everybody, but if they are for you, they're very for you. So yeah, I teach tarot in a specific way, I guess. So yeah, so follow your intuition. All right, so thank you all for coming. Maybe we'll do a weekly thing, but keep in touch. Send me your tarot questions. I will get back to you. I do have like mad things to answer all the time, but I totally will get back to you if you have questions and ideas, or if you just want to tell me what's showing up for you. I love to read about stuff. You're never alone, totally. But yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in another wormhole. Much love.